How do you define a person who can be called a master of their craft? The answer is easy to find out after watching today's video, as only true masters are featured here. Robots don't stand a chance against these skilled workers. These people won't be out of work anytime soon. These Japanese workers have achieved a new level of fast and efficient work, all without spilling a drop of cement. Call it a mania, call it a great goal, but when you can tidy up things like this, everyone becomes happy. Most concrete workers end up knee-deep in wet cement by the end of the day. This guy has come up with a convenient way to finish the job and keep his shoes clean at the same time. This guy clearly doesn't want to get splattered with hot boiling oil. Either that, or he needs to cut a whole bag of potatoes before lunchtime. You can trust this guy to hold drinks during an earthquake. His level of control is simply insane, and he hasn't spilled a drop. Who would have thought that being a baker means being skillful with a knife? The man is able to slice bread dough without stopping the conveyor. When grapes need time, and time is money, this guy is the end result. When you ask your colleague to stop copying everything you do at work, but they just don't listen. Maybe someday we'll see pizza making robots, but until that day comes, we have Oscar and his very specific set of skills. This team of window washers will quickly handle the escalator's glass. That's what it means to do the job quickly. This restaurant hired a real ninja to clean tables during breaks between guests. When he's not waxing tables, he acts as a security guard. This guy is the reason why the delivery network offers pizza delivery in less than 30 minutes. With just 8 quick knife strokes, the job of cutting dough is done in less than 5 seconds. Trying to fell a tree that could easily fall onto a neighboring fence is no easy task. We think that lumberjack robots won't appear anytime soon. No bot can keep up with this prodigy's mind-blowing speed of 250 words per minute. There's fast service, and then there's this, a whole fleet of roller skating waiters ready to satisfy any need at lightning speed. This garbage collector could have a promising career in the NBA if he ever decides to change professions. Every three-point shot with a bag is pure perfection. They call this guy when they need a house built in record time. He may not always follow safety regulations, but he'll get the job done in 6 weeks or less. Operators are clearly underestimated. It's like they have a sixth sense for where the basketball will be. You might think fruit stores are easy to rob, but not when guys with knife skills like these are working there. If you want to have dinner and a show, call this guy. Who needs rear-view cameras and parking assistance systems when you have such great driving skills? We'd love to see a self-driving car try to do that. Kneading pizza dough and flipping it over, now that's impressive. This unfaithful pizza maker can spin pizza dough for hours. If you need to lay a super long sidewalk in less than a day, call these guys. If you want to try Mumbai's dosa, thin, crispy pancakes made from lentil and rice flour, you better have quick reflexes, because once this chef is done cooking, he'll launch your dish right at you. Nakalo for me. When you're a construction worker on the 100th floor, this is how you handle the dirt. Not only do they get the job done quickly, but they do it in style. Who needs extra staff when this pastry chef with turbo hands can slice 300 croissant triangles in less than a minute? There are many ways to peel a melon, but this is the most satisfying. This duo, making naan, a type of Indian flatbread, is simply magnificent. When you've worked with the same people your whole life, you don't even need to look up. Even a factory machine can't outdo this chef in speed. Part dance routine, part health and safety hazard, this worker found an interesting way to unload a stack of PVC pipes. This is what it looks like when you've been doing the same job for years. Who needs a crowbar when you have this guy, his human equivalent? Lightning speed, perfect accuracy, and a big finger that has seen more hits than a bowling alley. Maybe in his past life he was a cowboy. His skills are just incredible. All they need are a pair of rock climbing shoes and a rope to conquer 24-meter high poles. Teamwork, the dream work. At least, that's the motto of these 4 guys who took on a massive task and are all hammering away together. When you need fresh tortillas, call this incredible chef. Relaxing video. What do professionals in the game Fruit Ninja do when they get tired of playing mobile games? They work at a produce stand. While most people are starting up their chainsaw, this guy has already cut down the tree. There's always another use for a trimmer. For example, you can trim rice shoots. This volleyball training makes us think that robots have already taken over. Just don't tell them that the ball is supposed to go over the net. With that speed, they will be able to finish all the work before sunset. You will always be quickly served at this bakery, especially when this girl is at the cash register. We always thought that noodles were made by pushing them through a mold. But it turns out, the best noodles are made by this guy. Counting stacks of money in a matter of seconds, this fast cashier never makes a mistake. This is what it looks like when you become the best employee of the month for 12 years in a row. When you need to unpack a whole tray of sponge cakes, this guy shows why no one will ever be able to replace him. To draw such lines, you need a steady hand and a lot of experience. The number of skills being demonstrated right now is simply incredible. I wonder what he did on his previous job. You know that feeling when you cut wrapping paper and the scissors just glide through effortlessly? These guys must feel the same way when they hand-cut carpets at full speed. Who said you can't have fun and make money at the same time? If you thought that markings were made with stencils, you were wrong. This perfect inscription is the result of an expert's work. When your colleague asks you to hand them a shovel and they get something completely unexpected. Let's not lie, it's much faster this way. There is a brick-laying technique that the faint of heart should not watch. In fact, if you want to get things done quickly, you literally have to use your head. When the fence you ordered turns out to be taller than expected, you can just improvise. If you've ever wondered how firefighters train to climb stairs in burning buildings, now you have your answer. If you can invent a machine that can make tortillas as quickly as these guys do, you'll make a fortune. But until then, they've got it covered. The only thing more impressive than the speed at which these 2 guys saw boards is that they still have all 10 fingers. Cutting hundreds of dough shapes by hand might seem like tedious work, but this guy seems to be able to do it with his eyes closed. If you're looking for an unusual falafel, a dish consisting of fried balls made from ground beans, seasoned with spices, this Palestinian can offer both. Such effortless professionalism only comes with doing something for a very long time. The guy doesn't even have to think while he's doing the work of 3 people. Japan is not the only country where there are samurai with swords. This Indian grocer demonstrates serious skills with cold weapons. When you're the only one at the party with a bottle opener. There are snowplow drivers, and then there's this guy. He clears the snow perfectly, and in the morning everyone will have dry shoes. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a like. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment on this video. See you tomorrow.